Your thoughts about Mr. Buddy Boeheim. I mean, usually when you hear about a coach's son playing, you know, whether it's good for him to be on the team, he's got a great relationship, daddy supporting him, etc. No, that ain't the case here. This dude can play. I want you to talk about his game and what you've seen from him this season.
I'll tell you, Stephen A., you hit it on the nail, man. He's taking after his mother, Julie, in terms of his attitude and personality. I'm only teasing. I love Jim Boeheim. Got a note from him this morning. But I will tell you this. This kid is for real. You know what he reminds me of, Stephen A., Molly, and Max? He reminds me of a guy they said can't play in the NBA. Never could play in the NBA. You know, but Pat Riley said, I'm going to give him a shot. And that's Duncan Robinson. There's no substitute for guys that can stroke the ball, that can make that shot. And when you look at Buddy Boeheim, when he shoots it, I feel there's a chance it's going in. He's been putting up incredible numbers, even in the ACC when he played against Virginia last year, 31. You get 31 against Virginia. Teams don't get 31 on them sometimes. He gets 31. This kid is the legit real deal. He is a star. S-T-A-R. And I can even spell that. I belong in the spelling bee, Stephen A. I can spell star.
Dickie V, one of the great things about doing this show, because I do a radio show in the afternoons, the Max Kellerman show on ESPN Radio, 2 p.m. Easterns, is I sharpen my takes against Stephen A. Smith over here. But I have Dickie V on right now, and I want to run something past you. Is this the best? Like, considering we're coming off a year of no tournament. We're coming out, hopefully, of a global pandemic. We're starving for sports. And then this happens? This weekend of madness happens? Is this the greatest opening weekend of the tournament, all things considered, ever?
You know, I would have to say yes based on all those factors. And I'll go one step further. And I know Stephen A. is going to scream at me, NBA, NBA. But you know what? I don't care if he screams at me because I'll scream back. This is the greatest sporting event of them all. When it's a one-time shot and the party's over, there's nothing like it. I love the NBA. The NBA's got the greatest athletes in the world, but it's 4 out of 7. You could slip 3 times and you're going to advance if you win the 4. Well, that's not happening in college basketball, man. Just ask Illinois. They're home. 4 out of 7. Maybe they beat, certainly, when you look at Loyola. But you get one shot, and that's the beauty of the game, Max. It is unbelievable what is transpiring. I get excited about it. I'm just excited we got basketball, but now to have it also having these magical moments makes it even better.
Dickie V, I would never scream at you, my man. I would never do that. I would never do that. But I will tell you this. As I'm watching, I was not surprised at all that Illinois got knocked off. I will tell you this. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Baylor, their athleticism, their ability to finish at the basket. That's impressive to watch. Gonzaga, we're going to continue to see what they do. Michigan, I mean, there's nothing to sneeze at. Right now, when you look at some of these top seeds still playing, who impresses you most?
Gonzaga. I think Gonzaga, I told you last time I was on with you guys, that I thought Gonzaga would go 32-0, and I don't change. I really believe that. I think they got 3 dynamite players that, as we talked last time, cover every important part of the floor. Jalen Suggs is the best probably point guard in the nation, according to many. Corey Kispert can shoot the 3 from the wing area. Drew Timme gives them post presence in the lane. They got role players. I love that team. But I agree with you, Stephen A., about Baylor. What I saw in Baylor was reminiscent of when they were 17-0 before they got hit by COVID. When they got hit by COVID, they really went back a while. It took a while to get that rhythm going. And now all of a sudden, they seem to have that. They got the best backcourt in basketball when you look at numbers. You think about certainly Butler, who'll be an NBA player. You think about the kid Mitchell, who can stroke it. You think about Teague. And then you factor in off the bench the kid Flagler, who gives them point production. There's no doubt about it.
Coach, Dickie V, when you look at what's happened in the tournament so far, one of the things that jumps out to me is the Big Ten is 500. The Pac-12 is on fire. Yeah. Like, what are we to make of this? The fact that things are upside down.
Yeah, that's a great point. When you look certainly in the Pac-12, we got Oregon State right now in there, and you look at Oregon State, they were picked preseason last in the conference, yet they won the tournament. Coach Tinkle's done a heck of a job, getting an outstanding player, Ethan Thompson. But the Pac 12 has done a fantastic job. And I think there's a reason, and I'm going to share this. And I don't know, it's not factual, it's not technical, it's just my VBDI, Vitale Ball Dome Index, saying that I think that during the course of the year, that the Big Ten teams have beaten each other up so much. Every game was physical. Every game was right to the wire, beating one another. And I think it took its toll. However, I don't want to take anything away. Loyola Chicago beating Illinois. Let me tell you, Porter Moser and those kids have done a great job. They could weak inside, was a dominating player. Illinois as explosive. I believe, I may be wrong, but I think they won 14 of their last 15 games. Everybody was raving about them. I was raving about them. They were terrific, but they could never put a run or a spurt against Loyola. And Loyola Chicago had the magic, Sister Jean, naming the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit, praying on a sideline, and they couldn't deal with
and
her
a good defense doesn't hurt.
Right? Expecting a miracle. Dickie V, let me ask you this. When we're talking about the Big Ten teams going against a non-Big Ten team, obviously SEC here. We got Michigan LSU tonight. What can we expect here?
All I'm going to say is, Michigan fans, I would right now go and get my Pepto-Bismol on the side and start chewing on it, because it's going to be stressful. It's going to be stressful. By the way, Pepto sent me a bunch of Pepto tablets, but I'm going to tell you this. Hey, when you look at that team, LSU has 3 guys that could possibly play in the NBA. Cameron Thomas, Javonte Smart, and you talk about Watford. Those guys can play. And their support players have really come up. The kid Hyatt's come up big time for them. Will Wade's team is coached well. They understand how to play. I had them against Alabama. This team is legit. However, saying all that, I think the difference maker will be nothing like offensive and defensive efficiency in a 3-second area.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. Sign up for the tournament challenge at espn.com/bracket or download the app today.